Lord forgive me for this trap shit. Sergeant Smack make it backflip. Telly Hank did with the action. With the vital speaking Spanish. Frank Matthews how I vanish. Poof. Came back like I'm King Tut. Gold BBS is on a beamer. When Fat Cat was 10 queens up. Ball off the profit, not the re-up. Fly like Puerto Rican Jesus. Uptown like I'm Baby May. Just caught a touchdown from the bay.
Hey! Man, fuck that, come on. Hey. How ass nigga just pulled through here. I'm good. Nigga just shot me in my hand, grazed my back. Man, I'm good.
The suspect, who was armed with a firearm, began firing several rounds at the victim, striking him. In doing so, the suspect also struck an innocent bystander who was sitting in his vehicle.
A Dallas rapper is dead today after he was shot on I-35. 28-year-old Melvin Noble, also known as MO3, was shot on I-35 northbound near the Beckley-Zane curve. DPD says that Noble was approached by a gunman a suspect who was driving a dark-colored vehicle. Noble apparently got out of his car and ran southbound when he was shot.
Motherfucker hit me up tomorrow. And you know, everybody say like, on the code 3, that shit was supposed to happen like that. It was supposed to happen like that. I said, okay. What you mean? When he told me that, I'm starting to see everybody like on some other shit, like who just misled, misunderstood, who really, you just got to explain to people like that. You got to break it down, you know, because their intelligence is not up to par. You get what I'm saying? So you really just got to break the shit down. Listen, the streets is the streets. Ain't no rule, like they say, ain't no rules in the streets. Okay, cool. Let's say that then. But we talking about realistic facts though. Let's keep it G though. Say that was me, y'all. We gonna put MO3. Say that was MO3 that y'all watched chase a nigga manager down on camera, right? Say that was MO3 that y'all watched. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. Say that was me that y'all seen chase a nigga down, a manager down on camera with some more niggas, with my partners them, with some more niggas, and we jail. And we jam, we do them dirty, we leave them out there in the street. Let's keep it real. First of all, my mugshot gonna be going around with that video. That video gonna be posted, and then my mugshot gonna be up there at the same time. At the same time, I'm gonna be bonding out, and at the same time, motherfuckers gonna be saying, boy, 3 out of there, he little fat ass, think he did something, boy, you was a hoe. Bitch, why you ain't do them such and such to him like that? Why you ain't do such and such to him like that? Boy, 3, you don't get no stripes, you ain't getting dead, y'all niggas weak. It had to take you and your posse. That's why I don't like MO3. MO3 always got some shit going. MO3 always starting shit. See, that's why he need to be rapping. Instead, he out here jumping people. Keep it real. Keep it real. If that was me chasing a nigga manager down, fam, who ain't even like that, chasing a nigga manager down with my partners and we do him dirty, I'm going to be bonding out. I'm going to be going live as soon as I get out of jail saying, y'all, let me tell y'all what happened. Woo, 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 woo. Them facts. Now, them facts.
So Dallas police hope you might be able to recognize the man who shot and killed rapper MO3. I want you to come over to your screen and look at this. They released these photos. The images are pretty clear, but as you see, the suspect is wearing a ski mask. So identifying him is going to be pretty tough. Detectives think he may be driving a 2014 or 2015 black Chevy Camaro. It was 10 days ago that the 28-year-old rapper was gunned down in broad daylight on I-35 near the Dallas Zoo. The suspect took off in the car going north on the interstate. So police are currently investigating the events that led up to that shooting. Please, though, call them if you have any information.
Dallas police have released surveillance images of the suspect and the vehicle used in the shooting death of rapper MO3 on Interstate 35E last week. According to the police, the rapper, whose real name is Melvin Noble, was shot by a suspect who chased him on foot on the interstate near Clarendon Drive on Wednesday, November 11th. Police said that the suspect fired multiple rounds, which also struck an innocent bystander in another vehicle. Both victims were taken to the hospital where Noble, 28, was pronounced dead. The innocent bystander was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Police said the suspect was possibly driving a 2014 or 15 black Chevy Camaro. The suspect is also seen wearing a covering around his head in the pictures. Police said the suspect also left the location northbound on I-35E. Anyone who may have information is asked to call police at 214-671-3616 or 911. Jeff Petroulis for CBS.
Talk about this
11
wave
News.
of deadly shootings in Dallas. Over the last 2 days, it has continued the city's violent surge of murders and gun attacks. And for the very first time, the leadership of the Dallas Police Department confirms a number of the crimes are believed to be part of a pattern involving rappers from Dallas. Our Steve Pickett with what we know right now.
It is a map that marks the madness of murder and mayhem. Over a 48-hour period, 6 identified Dallas locations, 8 people dead. But this afternoon, DPD Chief Renee Hall called it an alarming increase of the city's homicide rate and described why.
In truth, I'll tell you, like many other cities, we are in the midst of a perfect storm of events, fueled by anger, irresponsibility, the trials of a pandemic, and most of all, people using guns and violence to solve their problems.
Chief Hall confirming today the brazen murder of rapper MO3 on the Dallas freeway last week has set off a series of violent shootings now being investigated by the Dallas Police Department and the FBI.
Since his death, we've had some other shootings and other violence that has been or appears to be loosely related to his death.
The incidents, according to sources, include the drive-by shooting at this East Oak Cliff house on Sunday. 43-year-old Terrence Reed was killed. Police have not made any ties to the shooting in this Southeast Dallas neighborhood, where a father and a 30-year-old daughter were both killed. Police have a video of a car leaving that scene as their only evidence. 8 murders in 48 hours, not all tied to a street war among rappers, police say, but too many of them may be. In Dallas, Steve Pickett, CBS 11 News.
You already know what it is. We back. It's your guy, Popalot. Mob, gang. We on our way to Texas with it. Dallas, to be exact. North Dallas, if you're hitting the GPS. So today, I'm going to do my best to try to tell you the story of a rising star who, despite would have their life cut short at the young age of 28, would still have people inside of the city of Dallas and out calling him a Dallas legend. And that person that I'm referencing is none other than Melvin Abdul Noble Jr., or MO3, which he is better known as. Now, MO3, who would go on to make a name for himself on the north side of Dallas, would begin his early life in nearby McKinney, Texas, which is about 30 to 40 miles away from Dallas. In his early years, his family would relocate to North Dallas, where he was eventually raised. Now, by the looks of some of his videos and a glimpse into some of his music, it seems like at some time he would begin some association with the Bloods. Now, not sure if it was due to his affiliation with the gang, but he would find himself in major trouble at the young age of 17, where he would mention himself in a DJ Vlad interview that he was facing upwards of 45 years and he would end up getting sentenced to 10 and end up serving 2 years. He would go on to speak on the grief and the problems that he would cause his mother at a young age, speaking on her being evicted, losing cars, all the while trying to keep him out of jail, paying for lawyer fees. Now, I'm not quite sure if it was his time behind bars or just him going through a reality check, but he would eventually find himself and come into his own while doing music after he would release his debut mixtape, Shotters, in 2014. Now, only being 22 at the time, I'm sure he would be surprised at the notoriety that that project would bring to him. But it would even take on a whole new life 2 years after that initial release in 2016, when he would go on to release Shot as Reloaded. Now, it would be that project that would essentially put him on the map, as it would go on to gain the attention of hip-hop artist Boosie Badass, with that relationship culminating in a project titled Badass MO3, where the artwork featured a split face image of MO3 alongside Boosie. But it would be a death that MO3 would experience 2 years after building that relationship with Boosie that would essentially change the course of his life and would lead people to speculate that might have led to his death. In 2018, a Dallas comedian and close friend of Mo3 by the name of Roy Lee Pate would be shot alongside of his son, according to Mo3, and would end up dying from complications due to that gunshot wound. Now, after Pate's death, Mo3 was speaking in interviews of how he was going to get a deposit for a show, and he ended up being shot. And he also would speak about how that changed his focus in the music. But it would be a boatload of speculation that would suggest that the death of Roy Lee Pate would put Mo3 in the middle of an ongoing beef. Now, I'm not going to delve too much into that, as the internet did its best job to try to break that down, but I'm going to try to play devil's advocate as to other possibilities that possibly led to his death. So as you begin to break down the murder of Mo3, which occurred on November 11th, 2020, in essentially broad daylight on a packed Interstate 35 in Dallas, where, according to the authorities, they would allege that assailants would try to pull alongside of Mo3 while he was entering the interstate ramp of I-35. Now, based on the reports, they would say that the assailants were unable to pull alongside of him, so they would speed ahead of him, essentially turning their vehicle catty corner to the interstate, blocking it off, and essentially get out the vehicle and proceed to hunt Mo3 down on the interstate. Now, with suspects being that willing to commit such a brazen act, a lot of people would go on to say that this was some kind of paid hit, and authorities would eventually go on to arrest a gentleman by the name of Kawan White on December 9th, 2020, and another gentleman by the name of Devin Brown on April 23rd, 2021. And it would be right after those arrests where a lot of speculation will begin to unfold about the female that Mo3 had just visited right before his death. Now, the internet will begin speculation and rumors of the female possibly setting up Mo3. And the people that was speculating that would even say that was more the case when information would come out that one of the suspects in Mo3's murder had actually fathered children with the female that he had been visiting that same day. Now, further information would come out that Mo3 had at one time posted photos of said children wearing his jewelry and posted it to one of his social media platforms. Now, a lot of people would go on to debunk that rumor when he was not named as the shooter in the Mo3 murder, but only the getaway driver. But that still wouldn't stop the rumors of the two men being associated with several rappers that Mo3 had issues with. So, like all hip-hop murders, this one is just mysterious, and a lot of things about it is very questionable. Now, me personally, I definitely think Mo3 was probably on his way to stardom. He definitely had a different feel with the music. Just like most rappers, he became more popular after his death, as his song Outside would go on to peak at 92 on the Hot Hip Hop 100 chart. And it's just another one of those sad cases to where he's not alive to see his full-blown success, as the song still plays in clubs to this day. Now, I definitely want to know what y'all think about the situation. Y'all get in the comment box below. Y'all let me know if y'all think MO3 was going to be a star. Y'all let me know y'all take on his death. Was this just some random baby mama drama beef, or was it something else? Y'all hit the red subscribe right under this video so y'all know when this real trill spill shit is dropping. Y'all get in the comment box. Let me know where we need to go, who we need to cover, what we need to talk about. And y'all know I'm right there with it. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on IG, Twitter, POP_A_LOT. It's your guy Popalot. Mob Gang.